Hiya. Thanks for joining us again this week. This is week 10 of the Thurso show. So we've been doing this for 10 whole weeks. So it's just Joan and I this evening. So I'm Marion. I am a Thurso Community Development Trust board member, and we're joined by Joan Laurie, who is the Thurso Development Manager. And tonight we want to talk to you guys a bit about the community support that's going on and what's been happening in the last week, and about our project that we have just launched this week, which will be taking place at the Sir John Square's garden. So Joan, can you fill us in on what's been happening with the community support first and foremost?
Well, we're much and such the same. I think we're beginning to find that some people are preferring to be a bit more independent, but they're still enjoying that sort of connection with the community. So we've now got a little wellbeing callback team who are just giving people friendly calls just to keep in touch and see if they need anything, as well as our continued support for shopping and prescription and hot meals. Everybody got baking last Friday as part of our big lunch celebrations, which was very well enjoyed. The Empire biscuits were an absolute delight, as Linda Moran's Empire biscuits always are. And she's going to be doing more baking for them Friday as well. So little treat boxes that go out. In addition to that, it's really been the wellbeing packs. They've been beginning to fly out the door now, and you can find all the information about them on the website, which Marion will give you because she's much better at doing it than what I am. That's really where we are at the moment, I would say.
Yeah, and we launched our recovery survey this week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And if you have already taken it, lots of you have, nearly 400 of you now across Caithness, then thank you very much. If we could see lots more of you taking it, that would be absolutely fantastic. It's got a variety of different questions in it. It's really, really important. It's really important that community groups like us and the other groups that are operating across Caithness really get a sense and get a feeling for how people are feeling, what your needs are. It's not just for people who have been accessing community support. It's really for anybody and everybody. We really want to know what your feelings are. Recovery is going to be a long process, and there's going to be a lot of impacts that are felt. Some of them are not going to be good for all of us. We try to keep the Thurso show as kind of bright and breezy as we can do, but we know that there's people out there struggling. Just in the last week, I've met a couple of people who have said to me that they've never kind of experienced issues with their mental health before now, but are really feeling the pinch now. And we need to know what we need to put in place to support you. Same as economically, things about tourism, how you feel about tourists potentially coming back, how we can put some kind of controls and measures on that ourselves. And then really, if you've suffered loss of income and are struggling in that kind of way as well, then again, it would be really beneficial if we know about it. And I just want to say a big thanks to people who have taken the survey, because I get to go on and peek at the responses. And lots of you have been really, really open and very honest about what's going on in your lives over the past few weeks and where you think that we're going to go to from now. And a kind of startling honesty that I've never seen before in any surveys that we've done. And we've been doing this kind of stuff for quite a long time. So yeah, please jump on and take it. It's completely anonymous as well. So there's we don't know any personal details about you whatsoever. So yeah.
So if you jump onto our website, that's www.thursocdt.co.uk, you'll find the wellbeing page, and there will be a link to the survey on the wellbeing page, John?
Or no, on the coronavirus update. That's the page you change it to, yes.
Yeah, so those are the two that you'll need. So the wellbeing page is where you can find all the packs and request a pack from us. And the coronavirus updates page has got all the information on the community support that we're offering, as well as a link to the survey. And for anybody who is struggling financially, there's a link there as well to request financial support for communication and energy needs. So just get in touch with us and we will do our very best to help. So back to, it's funny calling it Sir John Square. I don't know about you, but I just call it a Tins Clock.
Or just a square?
A square. It feels very posh to call it Sir John Square.
The home of Santa for Christmas and sometimes some of January if he doesn't get up with it. Yeah.
So, yeah, can you give us a roundup on what the project is and how people can get involved?
Okay, so this is a much cheerier note. So we found out a few weeks ago that at no fault to Highland Council whatsoever, when COVID started, the supplier for the flower beds, for all the bedding plants that go into the flower beds, actually cancelled the Highland Council order. So there's no flowers going in Sir John Square. There has been beautiful colour in there because the tulips, and I think maybe some dandelions in there as well. Not dandelions, daffodils. sorry, Kelvin the gardener, sorry. But they're beginning to die out, as tulips do. So we're going to be left with a bit of a deficit of colour. And actually, we think that it's really important that the community has some kind of a focal point, I mean, I go out walking my dog or I go up and down to the youth club and I just smile every time I see a rainbow in a window or a window that's been painted. And actually, thank you to all of you who put up rainbows that was in the back of the community magazine, because there's lots of them about, which makes me properly smile. So we thought that it's really sad if there's a deficit of colour in Sir John Square. Most of us will go past it at some stage during the week when we're going for shopping or whatever. So we have our Thurso Grows team, but flowers are not their forte. They garden and they grow, but it's not really flowers. Also, it's been really nice to see food getting shared at this time, whether it's been via community support and meals, or we know that there's other people who go and pop baking to their neighbours or pop for shopping and things like that. So we thought the Thurso Grows team could go and plant some things which would be non-invasive in the beds so that they can return to flowers next year. But the likes of lettuces and vegetables and things like that can all be harvested. So people can go in and, when they're ready to be harvested, people can go and, you fancy a carrot? Go and get out of the town square. And this actually reflects a project that we were going to be doing, which is currently on hold because we'd got funding for town centre planters, which was exactly for this. But so we can't get the planters in place, but we can utilise the beds that are in the town centre. But veggies, although lots of veggies look beautiful when they're growing, they don't provide any colour. And we also want to see lots and lots and lots of people getting involved because it's a community project. That means that it's not just for us to do, it's for everybody to do. And lots of people are looking for something to do as well. So you might not have been able to volunteer or, for whatever reason, but you'd like to be able to do something. This gives you the option. So we can't have flowers, but we can have coloured stones. And Thurso has proven previously that they like painting stones. So let's get some painted stones. But there are some slight rules to it. So we would like to see, we want to try and build up a design of a rainbow somewhere in the beds. What exactly we do will depend on how many stones we get. But what we don't want are lots of stones with a rainbow on it. We want pink stones, blue stones, purple stones. Remind me of all the colours of the rainbow, Marion. Green, red stones. But you can have any kind of design on it. So like mandalas, they're quite popular for people to put on stones, or love hearts, or messages of hope. I'm actually looking at flowers, whatever you want to do. But if you're doing a pink stone, do it all in shades of pink so that we can have that in the pink section as we build that up. So we know that not all of you, for painting stones, really need to use acrylic paint because it comes out nice and bright on the stone. So we know that not everybody's going to have access to them. So we have them, lots of them, lots and lots and lots of pens. So, I mean, this is an example. I don't actually have a well-being pack in front of me, but say you wanted to do a yellow stone, you would you could request from us to get a stone painting kit, which would have 2 of these in it. So this is 2 different shades of yellow. You'd also get maybe a little pot of red or orange, as a complementary colour that you can do some detail on it. And you'd also get a white and a black, so you can mix things and things like that. That we can supply all of these little pots of acrylic paint. Or you can just paint, if you've got the materials at home, you can just find a stone and paint it yourself. And then we want you to put it down to the town centre gardens. We will then get them sprayed and get them arranged. If you want to request a stone pack, we can even provide you with a stone if we need to. We prefer try to find the stone yourself, but we can provide the stone. And you can pick up a pack from the youth club on a Tuesday or Thursday afternoon, or we can get one delivered out to you. And we'd really love to see like all different ages. It's not just for the kids, it's for anybody to do. It's a really nice, mindful activity. And then you can contribute that way.
Perfect. I usually at this stage in a project, I am the nuisance of the board, and I make the meetings go on for hours because I am the question asker. But you've actually managed to answer a lot of my questions already. So,
see?
So yeah, what I had scribbled down here is participants can obviously pick up their own stones from their gardens, from the beach, from wherever they like. Does it matter size, shape?
No, not particularly. I mean, not massive ones, probably about the size of what your hands are. And I've got massive hands, so maybe not the size of my hands, but the size of your hands.
Yeah. Okay. All there. Next up, so I think you've mentioned this as well. So as we know, I mean, we are nearly at midsummer, believe it or not. But yeah, wind and rain. How do we protect our wee stones from the paint getting washed off? So do people drop off the stones with acrylic paint on and then we spray them with stuff?
Yeah, we don't have enough cans of spray varnish to give to everybody, unfortunately. And they're not that cheap, cans of spray varnish, but we do have plenty of them. So yeah, what we'll have plastic boxes that are in the square that'll be all sort of labelled, that you drop your stones into, and then yeah, one of us or one of the volunteers will come along and spray the stones before they then get laid out. I'll wait and see if you've got any other questions, because I have realised there's other bits I've forgotten to add. So let's see if you manage them one of your questions. Come on. Come on.
The painting's the fun part anyway, so let us do the boring varnish bit. Right, what's next? Oh yeah, so how do we arrange colours? But we've gone through that, so stick to your colour scheme. Rules control the fun. Is that the phrase? I don't know.
Well, like if there are, if people do some that have got rainbows on it or are multicoloured or whatever, we'll obviously deal with it and they'll still have a place. But if we're going to try and build up some kind of design, that's why we'd like them in shades of a certain colour. And when you request, if you're requesting the paints from us, there's such lovely colours as well, these paints. If you're requesting them from us, then let us know if there's a colour scheme that you prefer to do. Or if you're looking for a kind of couple of packs or whatever, we don't want to zap any fun, but we would just really like to try and build up something that's really effective. That's what we'd like to do. And I mean, we could have asked you to just paint a stone plain, but there'd be no fun in that, like instead have, a couple of yellows and do a nice big sunshine in different shades of colours or something like that, So yeah.
And we have said to drop off the stones to the garden, so to the town square garden, and we'll label up some boxes like blue ones and red ones and pink ones and whatever else, and you just pop them in there.
Yes.
Just whenever you're finished.
Yep, whenever you're finished. Once we've then got all of the stones, so we know what kind of design we're going to do, or at least once we've got a good few that have come in, so we know what's achievable, then we will put out word. And what we plan to do is, if you kind of think like old painting by numbers, it's going to be a bit like that, because also not all of you are going to want to paint a stone, but you might still want to be involved. So we'll then draw up the design and have it on boards in the gardens that if you're passing, you can go in and you can see that's where the blue ones are meant to be. I'm going to go and take some blue ones and lay them out, so that we've got lots of different people contributing at different levels. The other level that we're really desperately looking for at the moment, which is the kind of priority, is actually a little group of about 6 to 8 people who are interested in doing the gardening, because we need to get in and get everywhere we did and things like that before we can get anything into it. So, and for that bit of it, you need to get in touch with our Thurso Grows team, and they'll be able to kind of round that up.
Cool. Yeah, that was so that's on my list now, just to give a quick recap. So what we want is stones of small to medium size, any old shape you like. You can either get them from us or collect them from the beach, your garden, whatever, anywhere you like. Use acrylic paints and keep to a kind of colour palette, if you will. And we'll spray them with the varnish when you drop them off to the town centre gardens. And yeah, if you'd like to get involved in the gardening aspect, then our Sharon and the Thurso Grows team is who you need. So if you drop an email to Sharon at thursocdt.co.uk, she can get you involved with doing that. And yeah, I think that's list is done.
Good, good.
So I think that's all we had to speak about this week. So again, just a reminder, if you do need any kind of community support, we are here. Our volunteers are ready and waiting. Our telephone number is 01847 867050. And just another recap of the website, it's www.thursocdt.co.uk.